Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to fix when you're unable to launch Cities Skylines 2 game on your Windows computer, or if you're facing crashing and freezing issue. Now the first step is to restart your computer. So simply restart your computer once. Do not ignore this step. Restart your computer once, and after the system restart, launch the game. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Now the next step is to verify the game files. Now this is important. So make a right click on the game on Steam, select properties, go to the installed files tab and then click on verify integrity of game files. After the verification, launch the game. So this has also worked for many players, so it might work for you. So verify the game files. Now if you have the game on Xbox app, in that case make a right click on the game and then select manage and then go to files and then click on verify and repair and then click on yes. You can read this, then click on yes. Now after the verification, this process may take some time, maybe a couple of seconds or maybe a minute. Now once the verification is done, now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to skip Paradox game launcher, and this is for Steam users. So you can copy this path. If the game is installed in C drive, you can copy this path and then go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select properties, and in the launch option paste this path if the game is installed in C drive, and then close this window. Now launch the game. It will straight away launch the game and it will not open Paradox launcher. So you can skip the launcher and then check. So let me close the game now. Now still you're facing the problem. Now one more thing, if you have installed the game on D drive or maybe E drive or maybe F drive, so if you have installed the game on external drive, in that case you can copy this path. So if the game is installed in D drive, just change the letter of the drive. D. If the game is installed in D drive, you can type in D. If the game is installed in E drive, you can type in E. So just change the drive name over here, the letter of drive, and then rest of the things will be same. So copy this, paste it in the launch option. You can make a right click, you can paste it in the launch option and then launch the game. It will straight away launch the game. Now the next step is to switch to borderless full screen or window mode. Also lower down resolution, try VSync on or off. Now for this, you can try it in the in-game settings if you can. If you want to do it in the launcher, you can remove this launch option, and then when you launch the game, it will open the launcher and then go to game settings. Now over here, if full screen is selected, you can try borderless full screen. Try this and then launch the game and then check. If that does not work, you can try window mode. For many users, borderless full screen has worked, so you can try borderless full screen or window mode and lower down window resolution. Now if this is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p and then check. Now when you select borderless full screen or window mode, there is no VSync option, but when you select full screen, if the VSync is on, you can turn it off and then check. You can even refresh rate, you can set it to 60 or 120 and then check. If the VSync is already off and then you're facing the problem, you can turn on the VSync and then check. So you can make these changes and then check. So you can try borderless full screen or window mode. If that does not work, you can follow the next step. Now the next step is to delete the save game files. Now before you delete the save game files, let me inform you that you will lose all the game progress. You will lose all the save game files and the saved settings. So you have to start everything from scratch. So only if you agree, then you can delete the save game files from app data folder. So now for this, open File Explorer, go to this PC, open C drive. Now open users folder. Now open your username folder. Now open app data folder. Now if you don't see app data over here on the top, click on view and then select show and then put a check on hidden items. You should be able to see app data. Now in Windows 10, somewhere over here you will find the view option. Click on view, then somewhere over here you will find the hidden items box. Put a check on the hidden items and you should be able to see app data folder. Now open app data folder, open local low folder. Now over here you can see colossal order folder. So make a right click and then click on delete. Now once this is deleted, now go back and this time open the roaming folder. Now over here you can see Paradox Launcher v2 folder, make a right click and then delete it. Now once you delete it, you will lose all the game progress and all the saved settings. Now launch the game and it will start the game from scratch. So you can also keep a backup, like before you, if you don't want to, uh, if you want to create a backup, you can simply create a backup. You can go to your username and then open app data and local low. Now if you don't want to delete it, you can delete it, but if you want to create a backup, you can make a right click and then copy this, and you can just you can you can have a backup over here, and then you can delete it. After that you can delete it. If you want to get the backup, you can always copy this and you can paste it over here and then check. So try to delete the save game files from the app data folder and then launch the game and then check. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Now the next step is to run launcher installer Windows MSI file. Now for this, go to the game installation folder, and this is again for Steam users. So make a right click on the game, and let me check if you can do it for Game Pass user. Manage files, browse, and launcher. Now this is for Steam users. Yeah, Game Pass user cannot do this. So run launcher installer using this file. So make a right click on the game, select manage, and then click on browse local files. It will straight away take you to the game installation folder. Now open the launcher folder, and over here you can see launcher installer Windows. So make a right click and then click on open, or you can make a double click and then click on next. Now click on next, install, and let the installation complete. So let the installation complete, and once the installation is complete, now you can launch the game. But make sure that you complete the installation, and then you will see the finish option at last. So click on finish, and now you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to uninstall Paradox Launcher. Now this has also worked for many players, so it might work for you. So type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel, and then go to programs. Under programs, here you can see uninstall program, click on it. Now find Paradox Launcher over here. So here you can see Paradox Launcher. Make a right click on Paradox Launcher and then click on, you can try repair. If you want to repair it, you can click on repair. First of all, try repair. If that does not work, then you can uninstall. Now after the repair, now you can launch the game and then check. If that does not work, you can make a right click, then click on uninstall, click on yes. So this process may take a couple of seconds or maybe a minute. Now once the uninstall is complete, now you can restart a computer once. You can restart, and after the system restart, you can launch the game. Now when you launch the game, during the launching, here you can see it's installing the Paradox Launcher. So it will reinstall Paradox Launcher. So after you uninstall it, when you launch the game, it will reinstall Paradox Launcher, and after that it will open the launcher, and then you can launch the game. Here you can see Paradox Launcher v2, it's installing. And this has worked for many players. So you can uninstall Paradox Launcher and then start the game. On the launch, it will reinstall the launcher, and then you can check. Now here you can see. Now the next step is to run the game as an administrator from the game installation folder. Now for this, make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on browse local files. For Game Pass user, I have provided all the steps for Game Pass user as well. So you can, I'll show you. So for Game Pass users, I provided different steps. So whichever steps are applicable for Game Pass user, you can follow it. Whichever steps are not applicable, you can skip. For Game Pass user also, you can run this as an administrator. First of all, I'll show with Steam for Steam users. So make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on browse local files. Now go to the game installation folder, make a right click on the game exe file, and then select properties, and then go to this tab and then put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator. Then click on apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game, and then check. If that does not work, you can make a right click once again, select properties, again go to this tab and then select run this program over here, and then select Windows 8 over here, and then click on apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, you can even try Windows 7 over here, and then click on apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game. If nothing works, in that case you can just uncheck all the boxes. If it's not working, you can uncheck both the boxes and then click on apply, click on OK, follow the next step. Now for Game Pass user, you can make a right click on the game over here and then select manage, and then click on create desktop shortcut. Now once you click on it, now go to desktop. Here you can see Cities Skylines 2, make a right click and then click on run as administrator and then check. Now the next step is to allow the gameexe file to your antivirus program. Now if you have any third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, McAfee, Komodo, whichever antivirus program you have, make sure that you allow the gameexe file to your antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows security, then open Windows settings, go to privacy and security, and then click on Windows security. In Windows 11 it's privacy and security, then Windows security. If you have Windows 10, click on update and security. In Windows 10 you will have an option update and security, then click on Windows security. Now click on virus and threat protection. Now scroll down at the end, here you can see manage ransomware protection, click on it. Now click on allow an app through controlled folder access, click on yes to allow, and then click on add an allowed app. Now click on browse all apps. Now go to the game installation folder once again. So C drive, program files, x86. If the game installed in C drive, if the game is installed in D drive or E drive, you can go to that drive. Now open the Steam folder, Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder, open Cities Skylines 2 folder, select the gameexe file. Now click on open. Again click on add an allowed app, browse all apps. This time open the launcher folder. Now there is no exe file, so select the gameexe file over here and then click on open. Once the game is added, now type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel. Now click on system and security, Windows Defender firewall. Now click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender firewall. Click on change settings on the top, click on allow another app, click on browse, and then go to the game installation folder once again, and then open the Steam folder, Steam apps folder, common, open the game folder, select this exe file. Now click on open. Now click on add. In my case, I have already added, so add it. So in my case, this is already added. Once the game is added over here, click on OK on the bottom and then launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to update Windows to the latest version. Now this is very important, do not ignore this step. So open Windows settings, go to Windows update or update and security, and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed over here, let it install, let all the update install, and then restart your computer. Once it is installed, restart your computer and then launch the game. Next step is to make changes in the config file, that is settings.coc file. Now first of all, you can, before you make changes, back up the old settings first. Now for this, open File Explorer and then again open C drive, users folder, your username folder, app data folder. Now open the local low folder, open colossal order folder, Cities Skylines 2 folder. Here you can see settings.coc. You might see only settings or maybe settings.coc. Now make a right click and then click on open with notepad. And now over here, before you make any changes over here, you can just create a backup. So you can copy this file and you can paste it on the desktop wherever you want to paste it. So I already have a backup. So here you can see I have created backup. This is the old settings. So I will have it over here. If something wrong happens, I can copy it and paste it in the original location whenever, if you think that you want the old settings. So now once you have a backup, now open this folder, open this settings file with notepad. So make a right click, then open with and notepad. Now once you open it, now copy all these settings entry over here. So this is provided in the video description. So scroll down, and this has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So you can try this. So copy till here, till the last over here, disable. So copy all the things. These are provided in the video description. Copy it and then open this settings. And once you have the settings, Control A, copy everything, then Control V. That means paste it. Now once you paste it, now go to File and then click on Save. In my case, I have set it to read only, so that's why I received this error. So copy it, you will not see that. Now once you copy it, paste it over here, Control A, Control V. Once you paste it, now go to File and then click on Save. Now once you save it, you can make a right click, select Properties, and then you can put a check on Read Only and then click on Apply, click on OK. And then launch the game. Now launch the game and then check. Now anytime you want the old settings back, you can copy this, and then if you want to get the old settings, you can simply copy that from the desktop and you can paste it over here, and this way you can get the old settings back if you want. If the game is working fine, you don't have to. Now the next step is to do a clean installation of your graphics driver. So if you have NVIDIA card, go to NVIDIA website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for NVIDIA, so please do this. So go to NVIDIA website and then select your graphic card over here. So make sure that you select your graphic card over here. Select your series, then select your graphic card and then select the right operating system. So if you have Windows 11, select Windows 11. If you have Windows 10, select Windows 10 and then click on Start Search. And then scroll down, and right now the latest graphic card driver is 545.84. so you can click on Get Download and then click on Download Now, and once the download is complete, run this exe file. Now once you run this exe file, click on OK and then click on Yes to allow, and then you will see this screen. Click on Agree and Continue and then put a check on the box which says Custom, and then click on Next and then put a check on the box which says Perform a clean installation. So click on Next and let the installation complete. After the clean installation, restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now if you have a laptop with dual graphic card, make sure that you run the game on dedicated graphic card. So type in graphic settings in Windows search box and then click on graphic settings. Now click on browse over here and then go to the game installation folder. So again, select the gameexe file from the game installation folder and then click on add. Now in my case, the game is already added. Once you add the game over here, click on the game and then click on options, select high performance over here and then click on save. Now if you have the game on Xbox app, in that case, or Microsoft Store, then over here click on this down arrow and select Microsoft Store app. Now click on browse and then find the game in the list. If the game is installed, you will find the game in the list. So here you can see the game is installed. So once you click on the game, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Now launch the game and then check. Now the next step is now this is for AMD card user. If you have the AMD graphic card, now this has worked for many players. I don't know how to do this. I don't have the AMD card, but if you know it, you can do it. If you're using AMD card and if you know how to lower power target of the GPU, then you can lower it down somewhere from 5% to 10%. Lowering the power target has fixed the crash for many players. So once done, so you can lower down the power target for AMD graphic card user. If you know how to do it, only then you can do it. And once you lower it down from 5 to 10%, now launch the game and then check. That has worked for many players. Now, if you face any trouble, or if you like, once you're done playing the game, you can always revert back to the original power target. So you can reset power target to the original value, whatever it was. So you can do that. Now the next step is to install Visual C++ file. Now for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Over here you can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. Download x86 and then download x64. So download both x86 and x64 and then run both the exe file. So run it. Run x86 and x64. Now if you see the repair option, click on repair. You might see the install option. So if you see install, click on install. If you see repair, click on repair. In my case, I have already installed, so it's telling me to restart my computer. So it's already installed in my case. So run the second file as well. Again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. In my case, I have already installed both the files. It's telling me to restart my computer. So restart a computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this, and after the system restart, launch the game. Next step is to close Chrome browser or any other browser. So make sure, if you have the game on Steam, make sure only the Steam and the game is running. Or if you have the game on Xbox app, make sure only the Xbox app and the game is running. Rest, close everything, including all your browsers. Do not overclock. Close all the overclocking applications. So if you have MSI Afterburner or Riva Tuner running, close it. So close all the overclocking application. Also disconnect additional controller connected to the computer. So if you have any additional controller, sometimes you have these devices connected. So disconnect all the external devices which you are not using. So if you have these things connected, disconnect all the USB adapter and everything and then launch the game. Disable Steam overlay. Now for this, make a right click on the game. This is for Steam users. Select properties and then turn off this option. This is enable Steam overlay while in game. Now launch the game. Also close all the overlay applications. So if you have any other overlay application, if the overlay is on in Discord, turn it off. If you have the overlay on in GeForce Experience, turn it off. So close all the overlay application and then launch the game. Also, if you have any third-party services running, so make sure that you close all the software and all the software application, any kind of services which is running third-party application, just close it. Also, if you have undervoted your computer, remove the undervote and then launch the game. Also perform clean boot. Now for this, type in system configuration in Windows search box and then click on system configuration. Now go to the services tab and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services. Make sure that you put a check on hide all Microsoft services first and then click on disable all. In my case, this option is grayed out. I already did it. In your case, this option would be highlighted. So put a check over here first and then click on disable all, then click on apply, click on OK. You will see a restart option, restart your computer and then launch the game. Next step is to increase the virtual memory. So to increase the virtual memory, type in view advanced system settings in Windows search box and then click on view advanced system settings and then click on the first settings and then go to advanced tab and then click on change over here and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 GB. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to convert 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK. And over here it's 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case it's 16 GB. So 16 into 1024. 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5. 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM that is into 1.5. So in my case, initial size is 24576 and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case, that is 16 gigabyte. I have 16 gigabyte of RAM. So 16 into 1024, I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3, that is 49152. 49152. Now click on set over here, then click on OK, apply, OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. Now the next step is to update the system BIOS. So go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell website. If you have Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo. If you have HP computer, go to HP website. So whichever brand you have, go to your system manufacturer website. Select your model number. Make sure that you select your computer and then find the latest BIOS update available. Now in case of laptop, before you update the system BIOS, make sure the battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter, the charger, is connected to the computer, and then update the system BIOS. During the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. After the BIOS update, log into the computer and then launch the game. Now still you're facing the problem. The next step is to, if you are able to launch the game, go to graphics settings and then turn off motion blur, and then turn off dynamic resolution scale quality, turn off shadows, turn off global illumination, turn off depth of field, and lower down graphics settings. So if you are able to launch the game first. So go to options and then over here lower down resolution. Now if this is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p. You can even lower down more. For display mode, if the full screen is giving you trouble, you can try full screen window mode, or you can even go for window mode. Now if the VSync is off, you can turn it on. So if you can try both. So try to turn on the VSync and then check the performance. If that does not work, then you can turn off the VSync and then check. Now over here you can see depth of field. You can disable it. Global graphics quality. If this is set to high, you can try medium. You can even go for low quality. So you can try to lower down global graphics quality. Now over here you can see dynamic resolution scale quality. You can disable it and scroll down. Here you can see global illumination quality. You can disable it. Now disable depth of field, disable motion blur, shadow quality, and now apply the settings and then check the performance. Now you can check the performance. Now let me close this. Now still you are facing the problem. Then the next step is to uninstall and reinstall the game to SSD. So this has worked for many players. So if the game is installed on HDD, the mechanical drive, in that case you can reinstall the game to solid state drive. Now for this, first of all, uninstall the game. Now after you uninstall the game, go to the game installation folder, delete the game folder, and then reinstall the game to solid state drive. So if your C drive is solid state drive, you can try to install the game to C drive if that is SSD. Or if you have any external SSD, you can try to install the game to external SSD drive and then check the performance. Now, the rest of the steps are for Game Pass user. Now, if you have the game on Xbox app or Microsoft Store, in that case, log in with same account in Xbox app and with same account on Microsoft Store. So open Microsoft Store. On the top right here you can see profile icon, click on it, then click on sign out. Now click on sign in. Now select the right account which has the game and then click on continue. It will be asking for your PIN or password, so enter the PIN or password over here and then go to Xbox app and then click on the profile icon on the top left, then click on sign out. Now click on sign in, again sign in. Now over here you have to select the same account which you have selected in Microsoft Store. If the account is different, you can switch the account. So in my case, it's different account. So click on switch account, select the same account, and then click on continue. And then you can click on let's play and then launch the game and then check. Also make sure date, time zone, and region is correct on your computer. So on the bottom right over here, you can see the date and time. Make a right click on date and time. Now click on adjust date and time. Now make sure set time zone automatically and set time automatically. Both are on over here. Turn it on and then click on sync now. Sync now is important. So click on sync now. If you receive any kind of error over here, click on sync now once again. And once the sync is done, go to language and region and then make sure your country, the right country is selected over here. Next step is to uninstall and reinstall gaming services. Now copy the first command. This command is provided in the video description. Type in PowerShell in Windows search box and then make a right click on Windows PowerShell, not x86, Windows PowerShell. So make a right click on Windows PowerShell and then click on Run as Administrator. Make sure that you're opening Windows PowerShell as an administrator. Click on yes to allow. Now paste the command over here, hit the enter key. This will uninstall the gaming services from the computer. Now copy the second command. This command is also provided in the video description. Now paste it on the same window, hit the enter key. It will open Microsoft Store and then you will see install option to install gaming services. Click on install. Click on yes to allow and let the download complete. Now once the download is complete, you can open Xbox app and then launch the game. Next step is to install Xbox Identity Provider. Now for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Over here you will see install option to install Xbox Identity Provider. Click on open Microsoft Store, and if Xbox Identity Provider is not installed, you will see install button over here. In my case, it is already installed. That's why there is no button to install. So if not installed, you will see install or get button. So install it and after that you can launch the game. Next step is to start all these services. So type in services in Windows search box and then click on services. Now find IP helper in the list. Make a double click on IP helper. Set it to automatic. Click on apply. Click on start if highlighted and then click on OK. Now find Xbox services. At the end here you can see all these 4 Xbox services. Make a double click on each one of them. Set it to automatic. Click on apply. Click on start if highlighted. Then click on OK. Again make a double click. Set it to automatic. Apply, click on start if highlighted, then click on OK. Again set it to automatic, click on apply, click on start if highlighted and then click on OK. Again set it to automatic, apply, click on start and click on OK. Now find gaming services. Here you can see gaming services. Make sure gaming services are running. If not running, make a right click and then click on start or restart. If it's already running, in my case it's already running. If it's already running, you can stop it and then restart it. Stop and then we will restart the service. Make a right click, then click on start. Again make a right click and then click on start. Now find Microsoft Store install service. Make a double click, set it to automatic, click on apply, click on start if highlighted and then click on OK. Now find Windows Update services. Make a double click on Windows Update, set it to automatic, click on apply, click on start if highlighted, then click on OK. And now launch the game. Now the next step is to repair or reset the game. Now to repair or reset the game, open Windows settings and then go to apps. In Windows 10 you will have apps and features. So click on apps and feature. In Windows 11 click on install apps and find the game in the list. So I have 2 game over here. So let me check. Yeah. So in Windows 11, in front of it, you will see 3 dots. Click on it and then go to advanced option. In Windows 10, simply click on it and then you will see advanced option. So go to advanced option. Now scroll down, click on repair. Now after the repair, you can launch the game and then check. If that does not work, you can click on reset. Click on reset. Now, once you do a reset, over here, you might see install option. So you have to restart the Xbox app. If you see the install option, you can close Xbox app, quit Xbox app, and then open Xbox app once again, and then you will see the play option. So you don't have to reinstall the game. After the reset, simply restart Xbox app, and then you will see the play button. Now launch the game. Next step is to delete Microsoft Store local cache file. Now for this, open File Explorer. Now go to this PC, open C drive, open users folder, your username folder, app data folder, local folder, packages folder, and then scroll down and find Microsoft Windows Store service folder. Sorry. So find Microsoft Windows Store. So scroll down and you can check Microsoft Windows Store. Yeah, here you can see Microsoft dot Windows Store underscore some alphanumeric character. So open this folder and then open now over here local cache file. So once you open this here, you can see local cache folder, make a right click and then click on delete. Once that is deleted, you can open Xbox app and then launch the game. Next step is to install all updates in Microsoft Store. Now this is important. Go to Microsoft Store. On the bottom left over here, you can see library option. Click on library and then click on get updates. So click on get updates, and once all the updates are installed, this process will take some time. Once all the updates are installed, now you can launch the game and then check. So this has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So click on get updates, install all the updates in Microsoft Store. Now the next step is to run ws reset command. So type in ws reset in Windows search box and then click on ws reset. This will open Microsoft Store and then now you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to run this command. This command is important. So this will install all the default Windows default apps. So type in PowerShell in Windows search box and then make a right click on Windows PowerShell and then click on run as administrator. Always open PowerShell as an administrator. Click on yes to allow, paste the command, hit the enter key. Now this process will take some time. And during this process, you will see some errors in red color. So you will see errors like this in red color. Just ignore it and let the process complete. Once this is complete, you will see all red. Once it is complete, now you can restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the last step is to uninstall and reinstall the game to different drive. So you can make a right click and then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, restart your computer. And after the system restart, open Windows settings and then go to apps and then go to advanced app settings. No, go to apps. I'm sorry, go to system actually. Go to system and then go to storage and scroll down. Over here you can see advanced storage settings and then here you can see the option where new content is saved. So you can click on it. Now over here, if the game is installed in C drive, in that case you can select C drive. If the game is installed in C drive, you can click on this down arrow. If you have any external drive, you can select different drive and then try to reinstall the game to different drive. If the game is already installed to like D or E drive, in that case you can try to install the game on C drive and then check. So try to change the drive. So for new apps will save to, you can change the drive and try to, once you change the drive, now you can launch Xbox app and then reinstall the game to different drive and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.